Today we will see the difference between symmetrical bending and unsymmetrical bending. Okay. So first of all, what is symmetrical bending? I will explain you with an example. Suppose, let us say you have a cantilever beam having a rectangular cross section, which has rectangular cross section has two axes of symmetry. This is your x-axis, symmetrical with respect to x-axis, and you also have, this is a y-axis, this particular one, y-axis. Now if the beam is subjected to load as shown in figure here, if these loads, if the plane of loading, this is a plane of symmetry, and this rectangular plane is a plane of loading. If the plane of loading and the plane of symmetry coincides with each other, then such a bending is called symmetrical bending. You see here, plane of loading coincides with the principal plane or plane of symmetry. Okay. Now in this case, if you see this unloaded structure, after loading it is going to deflect like this. Now initially you had your x-axis here, symmetrical x-axis, and this is the y-axis. Now if you see the y-axis of undeformed structure, and this is a deformed or a deflected structure. Now here your x-axis is here. Now this is the deflection delta, but y-axis did not change, it remains same. That means the beam has experiences deflection only in vertical direction. Such a bending is called symmetrical bending. You can easily, if you want to find out stresses at anywhere in the cross section at any point, you can use simple bending equation, that sigma is equal to m by I into y, right? This is symmetrical bending, right? Remember this load, this vertical load here, whatever the load that we applied, this load is going to cause bending only about x-axis, because if your load is passing through the y-axis, it will not create any bending about y-axis, but it will create bending about x-axis. Now what is unsymmetrical bending? Now same beam, you take it. Now this is your x-axis, central x-axis, the central y-axis. Now let us say this is an inclined plane, this is a plane of loading. Let us say you are applying a load at an inclination with theta. This is theta, this angle is theta. If you see the cross section, it will show like this. You have x-axis, and this is the UDL load that is acting at an angle of theta with respect to y-axis, but this load is passing through the centroid. Remember that this load is passing through the centroid. Okay. Now if you see the deflection, now you see here is the plane of loading. This is the yellow color is the plane of loading, is inclined to principal plane. This is one principal plane, and this is another principal plane. So if the plane of load is inclined to the principal plane but passing through the centroid, if this line of action of the load is passing through the centroid, now the resulting bending is unsymmetrical bending. Now you see here, this is the representation. Now after application of the load, it is going to deflect like this. Here if you see, your x-axis originally it was here, it has moved to here, x dash, and y-axis originally it was here, it moved to y dash. So The bending is taking place simultaneously about x-axis and y-axis. So if you want to find out sigma, sigma will be bending about x-axis plus bending about y-axis. You have to find out, if you want to find out stress at any point in the cross section, you have to add bending about x-axis, bending about y-axis, because you can resolve this inclined force, let us say P theta as vertical load P cos theta. So this will produce bending about x-axis. Now horizontal load P sin theta. This P sin theta will produce bending about this y-axis. So that is, you can, if you add these things together, you can find out stress at anywhere in the cross section of the beam. So this is called unsymmetrical bending. Remember, this load should pass through the centroid, otherwise it will produce, in addition to bending, it will also produce torsion. Okay. Now suppose if you take an unequal angle section, earlier we saw section with two symmetrical axes. Now here we are having an unequal angle section which will have a shear center at this point, which has, let us say, the load is external applied load is passing through the shear center. This point is, this is shear center. Remember, shear center is the point. If the load is passing through the shear center, there will not be any torsion or twisting produced in the cross section of the beam. Okay. Now this is your central x-axis for this angle section. This is central y-axis of the angle section, right? Now this is a major principal axis, and this is the minor principal axis, right? Now you see your applied load P or W per meter is inclined with respect to major principal plane or minor principal plane. That is why this will produce unsymmetrical bending.